Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Grateful Sunday, Sunday before Thanksgiving, as we all know. So let me just make sure everyone is ready to go. Make sure all our screens are active and live. Hello to everyone who's joining me today. So let's go ahead and get started on our mats. Let's get comfortable. I just got a couple things to say. We'll get right into it. So we're not going to do too arduous a flow or anything. As mentioned, it is a grateful flow because we are grateful that we have a American holiday coming up, Thanksgiving, and so at least we are off work. And regardless of whether that means family or just time with friends, friendsgiving, or just with oneself or one's partner, then there's plenty to be grateful for. At least just being quiet or off work. So let's get to our map. And feel free to enjoy whatever playlist works for you. Some chill flow. I have Spotify. I love Spotify, so I popped in like chill gratitude flow, and it auto made like a little cute chill Sunday flow playlist right now. War on Drugs is playing. So whatever works for you. Just get comfortable. Find your sit bones. Make sure that spine is aligned. I'm wearing comfy clothes, but I might shed a few layers just because it might get heated up a little bit as we move. So, as mentioned, grateful flow. So, I just did a quick Goog just to get some feelers out, just get some senses going, some thoughts provoked. So, gratitude is the feeling of thankfulness and appreciation for blessings, gifts, or kindness received from others or life in general. And what I think is, really positive is that this emotion involves acknowledging goodness in one's life and recognizing that the sources of this goodness lies outside of oneself. So it's just something to always remember as we really just get internal, especially as life stressors and external stressors, internal and external and family, etc., just kind of really provoke us. Gratitude's an emotion and attitude and a response to goodness. So I think it's just really acknowledging the goodness that you already have within yourself. And then really just the practice of yoga just allows us to just kind of take a break from life, separate ourselves from all the stresses and anxieties and at least work for a little bit and just kind of focus on, our own internal sense of power and just how we can really change our mindset and honestly take ownership too because this precious time that you have in general, and especially the time that you have separated from like the go 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 of every day, like a holiday for example, and especially one that might involve family. It's just nice to just give yourself some space, whatever that means. So maybe that means full force into family all weekend long, or maybe that means taking time away for yourself, or with your puppy or your partner. Just remember it's always there, and a good excuse is yoga. So with that, let's get started. Let's stay seated, comfortable seat. You can sit in whatever position works for you. So I'm just sitting crisscross applesauce, just sitting on my sit bones, my sacral, just making sure our hips are relaxed. This is a chill flow. It's Sunday. So with that, maybe you move your neck a little bit. Maybe just get started nice and slow. Maybe you woke up just a little bit ago, or maybe a lot of it ago. But either way, hopefully you took it easy. Sunday morning. Maybe you've had some breakfast or brunch. And here we start to acknowledge our breath. No need to get into a usually breath this early. Just kind of breathe in and out. That feels good. As you can see, I'm kind of just wildly waving my arm in one direction, kind of finding the sticking point. Feel free to do the same. Maybe you found a little position that feels good. Stick there for a second. And always do the other side. So you can stick with the neck rolls. You can add the hands. I'm kind of freestyling. So feel free to do that yourself. So maybe you want to stretch out those upper shoulders in this way, gently waking up the neck and the upper spine area. Ooh, maybe roll out those wrists a little bit. You know, we're a nice, comfortable seat, so might as well utilize what's around us. Let's take a gentle twist. As you can see, I'm moving in that direction. So left hand to right knee, Right hand, gently place it behind your spine. I have my fingers tented. You could also grab a block. On an inhale, we're going to lift the chest. Exhale, look behind you. So just kind of gaze over that right shoulder. Just breathing in and out. Making sure that spine is straight. You can even peek over that left shoulder if you want a little counter twist. And then back to center to the other side. So right hand, left knee, left hand behind you, maybe fingers tented or on a block. Inhaling, puff up that chest. Exhale, look behind you. Just start peeking. So remember not to collapse into that back arm. Everything should be straight, spine straight. And you're just kind of looking over that left shoulder, breathing as always. Maybe you peek over that right shoulder for a little counter twist and then back to center, shake, shake. Let's go ahead and just, with our legs crossed or however you're sitting, go ahead and start to fold forward, just gently creeping the hands forward. Don't have to get too strenuous with this. Just start to creepy crawl those fingers forward as much as it feels good and breathable in your body. I'm facing you right now, but of course, if you're on your mat, feel free to face the front of your mat. So turn to the side. And just breathing and just stretching the upper back. Inhaling, exhaling, tuning in to your gratitude, whatever feels grateful to you in your life right now. Maybe it's just a small thing. Maybe it's just a space to do yoga. That's plenty to be grateful for. On your next exhale, go ahead and start to roll over those hands. We're going to come through tabletop, and then we're going to open our knees wide, legs wide. We're going to start to move into a child's pose. So maybe your big toes touch behind you, or maybe you need your legs a little bit together, more together, and that's beautiful as well, closer to like a bunny, a rabbit pose. But if you're like me, you're going to have your legs extended wide and then start to crawl forward. You have more space to fold now. And really just surrender to the ground in our first child's pose. So while here, stay in child's pose with your arms extended out in front of you, really just surrendering to the ground. Just set it, maybe you set an intention. You don't have to, of course. But I think it might help, especially if you have like a lot of people, like myself, you're gonna travel for family this week for your holiday. Maybe that's stressful for a number of reasons, the different forms of travel that we're going, spending time away from home and in spaces we're not as familiar with. So maybe just think of an intention that might carry you through all that, through potential stressful conversations with family or friends, or maybe just be grateful that it's happening, be grateful that you go and you're spending time with your family. Couple more breaths in child's pose. Set that intention that can be for this practice, it can be for the week coming up through the holiday, maybe through all the various holidays to the end of the year. And go ahead and feel that as we get moving a little bit faster, but not too fast. And go ahead and start to come up from child's pose. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Keep your arms extended out long in front of you. Just a little bit more surrender, and I think this is where I start to shed some layers. So if you're like me and you're getting a little cozy, just know we're going to move a little bit and then we'll get cozy again. So just shed some of those layers as need be. Maybe if socks are involved so you can get more grip. And then meet me in our beautiful puppy pose, our huge heart opener. So toes can be tucked or untucked as long as your knees are underneath your hips. Arms extended long, start to Start to fold forward over your mat, molding onto your mat, I guess. You can stay lifted a little bit. Your hands can come to blocks on either hand, under either hand, ideally both, just to even it out. And this huge heart opener is, of course, stretching the upper back, but really it's just another form of being grateful to your body and the sacrifices that she makes. You can bring your forehead to the ground. You can rest on either side temple. Whatever feels good, just breathe through this. One more breath. And then start to come up a little bit. Keep those arms a little extended so we have enough space to do some thread the needle action. My shoulders are a little tender, and I think some of my stress is hiding within. So maybe we stretch it out together. On an inhale, bring that right arm up to the sky. Maybe look up high, and then sweep that right arm underneath, resting on that right. Let me show you that right side temple, that right shoulder. The left arm, maybe she stays pent in front of your face, or maybe she sweeps up, or maybe she tucks behind. Just like in puppy pose, we have our knees underneath our hips, toes tucked or untucked. I mine feel better tucked, whatever works for you. So we're looking over that left shoulder, maybe looking up to the sky, really using the leverage of wherever that left arm is to pull that shoulder and that chest up just a little bit more. And of course, we're breathing beautifully through this, inhaling and exhaling. If we start to constrict our breath at all, we back off. On our next exhale, go ahead and unwind. Come back through a tabletop or your little tiny puppy pose version of tabletop because we got to do the other side. Left arm up, look up. Left arm underneath, rolling over. That right arm can also stay extended out in front if that feels good. Or maybe we do the classic tight shoulder version, arm up to the sky. Maybe tuck behind if that feels good on your body. Only if those knees underneath the hips still. Making sure we have room to breathe as we look up over that shoulder, up to the sky. Breathing. Feels really good to roll that shoulder open. You give yourself some room. One more breath. Exhale, unwind. Come back. Be center. Left arm up and down. Finding finally a tabletop. I know you've been waiting for it, I'm sure. Classic tabletop. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. We've been here before, I'm sure. Slightly gripping the mat, maybe, kind of like I've heard someone say before, almost like you're gonna turn a jar. So our L's, our index and our thumb facing forward, our index facing forward, making our little L, allowing our inner arms to point forward. Let's start the cat cow. On an inhale, drop the belly, look up, chest up, hips up, cow. Inhale, exhale, round the spine, kitty cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Stick with that. Or start to move around. Maybe you do some barrel rolls or whatever you call them. Pushing your hips to one side and the other. Allowing your shoulders to follow. Going both directions to even out the body. I personally like to do little rocky waves, kind of big child poses into a version of up dog cobra. Just very gentle waves over the mat, kind of like a very gentle simple version of our flows. Whatever feels good to you, give yourself another breath or so. Maybe you start to match your breath to movement. On your next exhale, find your center, find your standard tabletop. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your hands a little forward. Lift your knees and your hips up over the toes, up and back into downward facing dog. Maybe first one of the day, definitely a practice. So let's find our home base, making sure our shoulders are on our back, rolling our elbow creases forward, finding that L shape in the hands, just like in tabletop. Our feet should be about hip width apart, making sure it feels good in your body. Hips up to the sky, pouring the chest in gratitude down to the ground. Once again, bowing. Lots of bowing this practice, you'll find. Just our own forms of being gracious to our surroundings and the energy around us, even the energy we create. And just breathing, finding our beautiful home base that we'll find a couple times in some sun cells, and a couple standing. Pedal the legs out if it feels good. One more breath. On your exhale, find some stillness. And on your inhale, roll into your first plank of practice. So finding our plank, you can be up or you can absolutely drop your knees. If you drop your knees, as always, you don't lose the upper shoulders and that strong cobra action through the chest, still engaging the core, still tightening the bum, tucking the tail. And if you're up, you know the drill, same thing. Hands underneath shoulders, either way. Tightening the tail, tightening the core. Giving thanks and planks. One more breath. Then go ahead and drop your knees, everyone. And then drop your chest in between your hands and chin, knees, chest, chin, like a little inchworm. And then roll out onto the ground, rolling down the pelvis. Hands right next to the chest. We're going to find our first little baby cobra. Chest up, shoulders rolling onto the back. Breathing, keeping our pelvis on the ground, just using that upper back muscles. One more breath and roll down. And then find your down dog. So maybe you're through tabletop with bent knees, or maybe straight up into your down dog. Beautiful choice. So a couple options there for when we do our flow, so you can stick with that plank, knees down or up, into our knees, chest, chin, or we'll offer some other varieties. On your next breath, go ahead and lift the right foot up and back, three-legged dog. Heel kicking the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. Inhale, bring the knee and the foot forward, dropping that back knee, finding our first low lunge, right leg, right foot in front. So before we lift our arms up to the sky, finding that low lunge, we'll just make sure our legs are set up. So our right knee is bent, making sure our knee isn't tracking over our big toe. Our left hip is beautifully engaged. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And really just allow yourself to feel the stretch right on the upper side, the upper left side, right in those quads. And before we lift our arms, go ahead and interlace your fingers either way. Put them right above your right knee. On an inhale, chest up to the sky, use that leverage. Look up. You can feel more strength through that upper left thigh. And then when it feels good and only when, you can lift your arm. Full expression, beautiful low lunge. Gorgeous way to greet the morning and be grateful. One more breath. Exhale. Frame the front right foot, dropping the arm. Go ahead and step back. Go through your flow however you'd like, plank up or down. Maybe you're to the ground, maybe a cobra, going a little bit more into up dog, downward facing dog. And let's do the other side. So left leg up and back, flexing through that left foot, heel kicking the ceiling or the sky. Inhale, bring that left foot forward, back knee down, right knee down. And before our arms go all the way up, maybe hands to hips, maybe you fall, maybe you come back up. And that back tail can be up or down, whatever feels stable. Hips facing front. That knee is bent, not tracking over. Interlace the fingers the other way, if you remember, right above the left knee. Using that leverage, chest up to the sky. Feeling that stretch in your upper right thigh. Breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. Just feeling that low lunge. Have the arms extended up when it feels good. Pinkies in. One more breath. Go ahead and drop the hands. Frame the front left foot. Step back through the knees or not. Finding a plank. Maybe a chaturanga. Push-up position. Up dog. Straight arms, straight legs. Chest pulling through the shoulders. And downward facing dog. So many beautiful options. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale through down dog. Beautiful breath. From your downward facing dog, go ahead and make your way to the front of the mat however you'd like to get there. Once there, inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. And maybe just dangle for a second. The first big forward fold of class, maybe of the day. And just allow yourself to breathe. Maybe sway. Put your hands on blocks, mine are on the ground. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe that Ujjayi oceanic breath has come into play. Inhaling, exhaling through the nose, constricting the back of the throat. Exhale, containing our power. On your next exhale, go ahead and give a little slight bend in the knees. Start to slowly roll up the spine. Letting your chin and your shoulders roll up gently down the back. Finding Tadasana, standing position at the front of your mat. I'll face you. So traditional Tadasana, we make sure we feel comfortable in our clothes, as always. No shame. Go ahead and bring your feet hip width apart. Just making sure you feel all four corners of each foot, all eight corners. Hands extended out in gratitude in front of you. Presenting yourself open and strong. Chest up proudly, chin up proudly. Your spine is straight through your crown. Inhaling, remembering that intention. Exhaling, letting it seep into all your muscles as we move. So we'll do a couple of sun salutations, A and B, and then we'll do a standing. So front of your mat, inhale, high mountain pose, arms up to the sky, look up. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward, flat back. Exhale, hands down, frame the feet. Step back to this first plank pose, find your plank. And then continue to exhale down into our chaturanga or the ground. Inhale up, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Give yourself a breath. 1, 2. On your next exhale, go ahead and make your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. High mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Tadasana. Again, inhale. Arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, hands frame the feet. As you exhale, jump back, step back. into your chaturanga or the ground. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, exhaling here in downward facing dog. Remembering as we transition through those flows that it's a big exhale. Speaking of, on your next exhale, make your way to the front of the mat. Maybe bend the knees and jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, reset. Inhale, high mountain pose, arms up. One more time, exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, frame the feet, step back, jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog, if that's your jam. And exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. 1, 2. And breathing on your next exhale. Make your way to the front of the mat. Once there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer, Tadasana. And breathe. Beautiful. I like to do 3 A's, and let's move into our B's, shall we? On your next inhale, go ahead and start to sit back into your chair. I like to bring my hands to the ground around my feet as I sit back more, and then arms come up, finding your chair pose, first chair practice of the day. Arms can be up. Maybe keep them up for this first one, but if they get tired, prayer is always there. Remembering to sit back, maybe lifting the toes, breathing. One more breath. Exhale, straighten the legs forward, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, step back, jump back. Go through your flow. Chaturanga, up dog, cobra, downward facing dog. Couple breaths. Breath sounds weird when I say it. And on your next inhale, go ahead and step your right foot forward. Extend your back leg down. We're setting up for warrior one. So the back foot, the back leg will be, about 45 degrees or so ish. Bending through the front leg, arms up, finding our warrior one. Our hips, they're facing forward. Think of headlights on our car, attempting to shine them forward. Spine up, chest up. Traditional warrior one. Bring your extended arms out in front of you as you bend through that front right knee. And then with your chest and your arms in line, start to follow your gaze up. Traditional. Hands together. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Rule of life. One more breath. Exhale, cartwheel the arms forward, frame the front foot, turn the back foot, step back, find your flow. Chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. And breathe. Inhaling, exhaling. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring the left foot forward, standing up warrior one. Left foot forward, spin the right back foot down. Won't be parallel with the back edge of the mat necessarily. Go ahead and lift up. Arms can be up. This will be classic, and we'll do the classic staging. So remembering the hips are forward, pointing forward. Spine extended, chest up, bending through that front left leg. And just making sure to pivot enough on the back foot so that our hips face forward. Classic again, just a set. Arms extended, chest extended. Follow that gaze up. Hands together if it feels good. One more breath. Warrior one. Exhale. Cartwheel down. Bring the foot. Step back. Go through your flow. Or not. You can always be in downward facing dog. Always a beautiful option. Child's pose is always there as well. Make sure to get that water and towel off as needed. You don't need my permission. On your next exhale, make your way to the front of the mat, however you get there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Sit back into chair. Arms up, sitting in our chair, second chair. Go ahead and bring your hands to prayer in chair. Kind of run. So we're going to do a little twisty chair. So we're sitting back. Go ahead and twist to the right, hooking that left elbow right outside of the right knee. Make sure I get my size correct. Go ahead and use that leverage, hands in prayer, to lift that chest up, maybe looking up even, or at least looking to the side. And we're breathing and we're still sitting. Maybe our knees are out of line, so make sure they're back in line. Twisted chair, one more breath. On your exhale, straighten the legs. Go ahead and bring them hip width apart. Take the peace fingers, wrap them around the big toes. Inhale, chest up, look forward, flat back. Exhale, fold over the legs, clasping the big toes, Padangusthasana. Just breathing in between sides because I'm not a monster. And my legs hurt too. One more breath. On your exhale, go ahead and ungrip. Bring the feet back together if it feels good. If you prefer, be hip width apart for your chair. That's a gorgeous option. Either way, finding your chair, finding your prayer chair. And let's just do the other side, shall we? So we'll bring that right elbow outside the left knee, keeping the knees aligned. Look to your left, chest pointing to the left, breathing and breathing, and sitting and breathing. Making sure that we have everything even as much as possible, knowing nothing's really even, is it? One more breath here. Exhale, straighten the legs forward, fold. Gorgeous, y'all. Let's do the other one, because why not? Padahastasana. So, pada and feet. Go ahead and bring the feet hip width apart. Take your hastas, put them under your padas, and vice versa. Go ahead and put your hands underneath your feet, palms up as much as possible. Try to tickle your wrists. Inhale, bent knees, maybe look forward. Exhale as much as possible. Straighten, attempt to straighten, keep those knees bent if it feels good. Just breathe as much as possible as this bent position. One more breath. Go ahead and unwind. And let's meet back in front of the mat. On an inhale, go ahead and look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, proper forward fold. And go ahead and step back into your plank. Go through your flow or not, chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's throw in a couple variations just for funsies. Speaking of, let's move into our standing sequence, shall we? On an inhale, bring the right foot forward, setting up for warrior one. We've been here before. Go ahead and bring the hands up alongside your ears in your head, bending through that right knee, right front leg. So let's call this our peak pose in a sense, only because it's very applicable to our gratitude flow. So we're going to do a humble warrior. Go ahead and bring your arms behind you. Clasp your fingers either way, either thumb on top. We're going to do the opposite, the other side, spoiler. Maybe you keep your bent elbows, or maybe you start to straighten through those arms. Big chest shoulder opener, I love it. Keep bending through that front right leg. Think about your gratitude. Think about whatever intention you set, what you're grateful for, and go ahead and humble warrior. Bow to the inside right knee, inside right leg. Humble warrior, and just be grateful for what you do have. Breathe in this beautiful open position. One more breath. Big transition. Go ahead and unhook the fingers. We're going to swing that left arm back, right arm forward, setting up for warrior two. I'll face you. Right leg forward, warrior two. Beautiful job. Make sure to bend through that leg. Keep that torso straight up, spine straight. Gorgeous wingspan, everyone. From warrior two, go ahead and bring that right arm up. Left arm tucks behind, finding reverse warrior. Breathing through reverse warrior. Oof. I don't know about you, but my legs are tight. One more breath. Start to straighten that tight leg. How about that? Ooh, reverse that triangle. So I love this stretch. We're stretching through our whole right side body, from fingers to toes. Big breath. From reverse triangle, go ahead and start to pour forward over the right foot, right leg, finding our classic triangle position. We have so many options. You can just have your hand hang out near your leg, near your calf or shin. You can grab a beautiful block, gorgeous option. Or maybe you grab on to your leg in some capacity when it feels good, when you're able to straighten through both legs, bring and look up over the left arm into our full triangle extension. Remember to breathe here. Think about being toast in a toaster. You're so flat. One more breath wherever you are. I'll get to the correct position. From here, go ahead and cartwheel the left arm forward, frame the front foot, step back, go through your flow, or not. Meet in downward facing dog if it feels good. Finding downward facing dog. And breathing, knowing we have to do the other side, of course. Left foot forward, setting up for warrior one. First, arms up, classic warrior one, bending through that left leg this time, left knee. Keeping that bend as much as possible. A lot of leg work. Always a lot of classic eating during these holidays, as we know. Arms extended up. This time we'll do humble warrior on the other side. Clasp the arms behind you, maybe the other way, the other thumb on top, so it's kind of awkward to you. Keeping the arms straight or not. Just start to puff the chest up. Very proud warrior stance first, and then surrender down and bow down to what you're grateful for, your intention, and whatever keeps you going. Humble warrior, huge shoulder opener, chest opener, very powerful pose. Keep breathing. And remember our big transition coming up. So go ahead and unhook the fingers. Right arm swings back, left arm forward. Setting up for warrior two, other side. Maybe open your legs a little bit wider. Bending through that front left leg as much as possible. I'm feeling it too, for sure. Finding our warrior two, strong warrior two. Maybe that back foot's a little more parallel to the back of the mat. Bending a little bit more through that front left leg, making sure our knee doesn't track underneath our toe. One more breath. Go ahead and flip the front left hand. Bring her up. Reverse that warrior bent leg in the front. Arm, right arm down or back. Tuck behind. Ooh, big breath. One more breath here. Go for it. Start to straighten that front leg. It feels so good. Stretch to the whole left side body this time. From the left fingers, left toes. One more breath here. On an exhale, start to pour forward. Just extending as much as possible until you find your leg for triangle. Bringing the chest up towards the sky. Maybe you keep your leg or your hand next to your leg. Extend that right arm up. Maybe you grab the leg. I see what feels good and keeps my body stable. as I pretend like I'm between two panes of glass. I'm just breathing here. Beautiful triangle position. Remembering props are always there. One more breath. And let's cartwheel that right arm forward. Frame the front foot. Step back. Go to your flow or not. We'll meet in downward facing dog as normal. Finding our home base again. Gorgeous standing flow, everyone. Had to get a little bit arduous to burn off some energy and find a yummy, chill Sunday Shavasana after. On your next exhale, make your way to the front of the mat, however you want to get there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, last chair. Let's round her out. Step back, arms up, full expression. One more breath. And go ahead and straighten and stand. Bring the arms alongside you, Tadasana. Finding Tadasana, standing pose. Doing amazing, y'all. Just a wonderful opportunity to get centered before we have to go into new spaces and new energies and just holidays in general. So finding our standing position, let's do some balance. So let's go ahead and bring our hands to our hips. We're going to find tree pose initially. So making sure our feet are hip width apart or so. They can be, of course, a little bit more together if that feels better. Your toes and your heels are on the ground. All four quadrants of your feet are on the ground. Find your stability. Go ahead and start to root down through the left foot. And start to lift the right leg. Go ahead and bring the right leg towards the side, opening up the right leg, and then finding your trunk. So bringing the right sole of the foot, find your balance. Bring the right sole of the foot to your trunk, whatever that means. Maybe you find a drishti in front of you, an unmoving focal point. You can just focus. Maybe your hands come to prayer. Maybe you grow your branches. Finding our gorgeous little autumn trees. Autumnal trees, all their leaves are falling. And just breathe here, find your balance. Maybe your hands stay in prayer the whole time. And that's beautiful. Maybe you find a little tripod on your trunk. Wherever you are, one more breath. Start to detach your little tree from your trunk. We're going to move into eagle pose. So wrapping that right leg around the left. You can go ahead and keep that right leg just hanging out like me, or maybe you can get your foot a little more tucked. Awesome for you. If the right leg is over, that means the right arm is underneath for our arms, wrapping our arms and legs into our beautiful eagle twist. So maybe you're wrapping your arms around, or maybe you're giving yourself a beautiful hug. We're still crouching down a little bit into kind of a chair vibe, keeping our chest up, keeping our arms up if they're twisted up, sitting and breathing, gorgeous pose and balance, engaging that core. One more breath. Go ahead and exhale. Start to unwind. Gorgeous. Shake, shake, shake. Shake it out in between sides. Shake, shake, shake. Find your balance. Let's go ahead and do the other side, shall we? Find all four quadrants on the ground of your foot. Go ahead and root down through that right foot. Hands to hips. Bring that left foot up. Go ahead and swing that left foot to the side. Find your tree trunk, up or down, tripod, or upper thigh. Hands to prayer. Find that balance. Maybe you find a drishti, a little focal point in front of you. Maybe your branches grow, even if they only have a few leaves on them right now. They're still beautiful. So grow your branches high or not. Making sure to breathe here in this beautiful, powerful balance. One more breath. Start to detach from your trunk, keeping that left leg lifted, wrapping that left leg around the right. Maybe you can tuck your left leg a little bit more than I. Beautiful either way. So finding our balance at the base. Left leg is over. That means left arm is underneath. Maybe we're wrapping up. Maybe we're giving ourselves a hug. Gorgeous options. And we're breathing and we're sitting and we're keeping our arms up if they're twisted. And we're nesting, engaging the core. One more breath here in our balance. Exhale, unwind. Gorgeous option. Shake it out, everyone. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bring, if you're facing the front, let's pretend like I am facing you. Toes out, heels in a little bit. The feet are about hip width apart. Nope, mat width apart, the other one. We're going to move into Vinyasa, my favorite way. Hands to prayer. Take the elevator down and just stop wherever you want. Moving into our squat. Maybe you grab blocks, put them underneath your butt, or maybe not. Maybe you just bring your elbows to your inner thighs, finding our beautiful Malasana pose. One of my absolute favorites. Just breathing, opening up those inner thighs that are always so tight, especially after we're forced to do a lot of leg work right before Thanksgiving. Be grateful for leg work and able-bodied legs, I guess. One more breath in our Malasana. No crows this time. We're chill. We're gonna plop our butt down, pop, and we're gonna move into our butterfly position. Oof, I love me some butterfly. So maybe flap your wings. I like to take my peace fingers, just like Padangusthasana, grab my big toes, use that as leverage. You can also bring your hands on either side of your feet, your outer feet, and use that to like open your feet like a little book, as they say, opening the legs up more to the ground. Either way, inhaling, chest up, exhale, forward fold over the legs. Beautiful butterfly. Maybe use those elbows to keep the knees down. The goal here is really just to open those inner thighs. One more breath here. Beautiful options, everyone. You go ahead and roll up from your butterfly. Move this out of the way. And let's go ahead and move into half pigeon either side. I'll just give you a couple breaths either side. You're more than welcome to stay as long as you want. And you can have either leg in front first. I'm going to go ahead and bring my right shin in front. So keeping that shin as parallel as she wants to be to the front edge of the mat, whatever that means. I'm going to start to creep my left leg, left knee back. So then I'm attempting to sit on my hip and there's not too much of a gap. If there is, that's where props come in handy underneath the bum. So starting up, chest up in our pigeon, just extending that full spine, maybe feeling that front left leg pulling and stretching. Inhaling, chest up, and then exhale, start to forward fold over that front leg when it feels good, and only if it feels good. Just as much as you'd like to pour your chest over that right shin. This is a huge hip opener, of course, so just breathe here. That's all you have to do. Breathe and fold. Just inhale and exhale. As mentioned, I'd love to stay here all day, but we gotta do the other side, of course. So very slowly when you're ready, start to come up over that leg. You can flip to the other side however you'd like, sweeping that left leg forward or the other leg forward that you didn't do, straightening through that right leg behind you. Back toes can be tucked or untucked, making sure we're facing forward, hips facing forward as much as possible. That front left shin, you know, as parallel to the front of the mat as you want to be or not. Absolutely feel free to tuck her in a little bit more. Chest up first. Breathe. Inhale. And then exhale. Start to fold forward as much as you want over that front left leg. Opening into that pigeon, that half pigeon. Gorgeous. Breathe. Inhale and exhale through the hip, through that left hip. And just feel that beautiful stretch in these huge muscles. And just be grateful that you have these gorgeous muscles. Give yourself another breath. Inhale and exhale. On your next exhale, start to roll forward, bringing both legs forward, finding our Dandasana staff pose, moving maybe some bum out of the way so we're sitting straight on our hips, sacral bones, extending those legs out in front of us, flexing the feet. On an inhale, chest up, arms up if you want, only if you want. Exhale, just start to creep forward over the legs. Maybe you find your feet, maybe you don't. Maybe you find your toes, maybe you don't. Inhaling every time, chest up a little. Exhale every time, pull down a little. And just really breathe through those hamstrings. Feel free to bend your knees if that feels good. One more breath here. Exhale, roll up over the spine. Start to bend your knees and let's roll down. Gorgeous. Hug the knees in onto our backs. Wind relieving pose, beautifully named. Maybe use your knees as a little steering wheel to roll the spine. Just very gently. Go ahead and bring your feet to the ground. And let's find a little bridge pose. Feel free to do wheel if it's already in your practice and you're just ready to pop into one. Otherwise, I'm going to stick with bridge, just one. So make sure your heels are very close to your bum, knees bent. On an inhale, lift the hips up to the sky, rolling the shoulders underneath, maybe even interlacing the hands underneath, and just breathing in this gorgeous, gorgeous back bend. Being grateful for this yummy stretch, stretching out the core that does so much. One more inhale. On your exhale, unwind, uninterlace your fingers, come down, hips down. Go ahead and bring your knees together first. Let's do a little spinal twist before we go as well. So with the knees bent, just like eagle pose before, right leg goes over the left leg. What am I saying? The right leg flops over the left leg in a gorgeous way. Go ahead and bring those hips to the right. Bring those twisted legs to the left. Bringing that right shoulder to the ground. Go ahead and look over that right shoulder. Finding this delicious spinal twist on the ground. Supine spinal twist, as they say. Little eagle rep action, just to make it nice and spicy. And just really try to have a goal of getting that right shoulder to the ground as much as possible. Maybe allowing the gaze to look over so it's following the direction. One more breath here. Go ahead and exhale, roll out, finding your center, unwind. Center those hips, and let's do the left leg over the right leg this time. Pop the hips to the left, twist to the right, twist the right arm down, can be bent or straight. Push those blocks anywhere, they're just props. And go ahead and breathe through this delicious supine spinal twist, just really rinsing out any other tension. Make sure to keep that left shoulder on the ground as much as possible. Just breathe. That's all. One more breath. Go ahead and unwind back to center. And let's just do one little mini inversion before we start to roll into our final active poses. So, inversion of choice can be a waterfall, just going ahead and straightening the legs, bringing the heels and the flexed feet up to the sky. You can do it in the middle of the room, you can do it against the wall, finding a gorgeous waterfall. You could also have a block underneath your sacrum. That's a beautiful option, just reversing the blood flow, giving your legs a little bit more of a break, a little boost to get you through the last little bit before the holidays commence. If you're already in it and you want to do a shoulder stand, go for it. Only and only if it feels good. From your inversion of choice, go ahead and start to roll out, whatever that means. It can be shoulder stand into plow. If it's a waterfall, you can roll off your block or just bring your legs down to the ground. Everyone, find a child's pose wherever you are. So go ahead and bring the soles of the feet up towards the sky, facing the sky. Grab the inside or outside of the legs, of the feet, I should say. Not the legs, just the feet. And start to roll around in our beautiful happy baby. This is the last active pose that I'll prompt you today. Feel free to do any other pose you really still need to incorporate into your practice, whatever that is. Some more Baddha Konasana action. If not, go ahead and find your version of Shavasana. Traditionally, arms and legs extended out long into a position of surrender, a final pose to just really absorb our beautiful practice today. Or maybe you want to be in a Supta Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together in our little butterfly position. Maybe one hand over the chest, one hand over the belly. Either way, if it feels safe to close your eyes, please do so. My eyes will stay open. And give yourself just a couple minutes to absorb this delicious gratitude practice in Shavasana. I'll let you know when to come back. Remembering your gratitude. Remembering to relax your breath. Don't hold on to anything. Start to deepen your breath. Just let it come naturally, inhaling and exhaling. Become aware of your surroundings again, being reborn from this practice of gratitude into our most grateful and best self, getting ready for the holidays. You can unwind and roll up into a comfortable seat as we started, or you can stay laying down on the ground, whatever feels safe and good in your body. Feel free to keep your eyes closed or open them. And everyone, if it feels safe, go ahead and bring your hands above your chest or one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. I just want to thank you so much for practicing with me today and just offering your own sense of gratitude for mine in exchange, even exchange of goods of gratitude. I am very grateful for anyone that is practicing with me and continues to flow with me. I enjoy bringing this practice to everyone else and doing it myself. So, with that, I hope everyone's holidays are safe in every way, emotionally, physically, mentally. food, Ali. And with that, I will see you next time. Thank you so much. The light the teacher in me sees and honors the light the student the teacher in each one of you. Namaste. Bye, everyone.